From Television City in Hollywood, the Jack Benny program presented by Lucky Strike with his special guest, Gary Crosby.
Light up a lucky.
It's light up time.
Be happy, go lucky.
It's light up time.
For the taste that you like, light up a Lucky Strike.
Relax.
It's light up time.
The first cigarette of the day. Man, how good that tastes. And if it's a Lucky, it tastes even better. You know, Luckies can be depended on for better taste because they're made of fine, naturally good-tasting tobacco. Tobacco that's toasted to taste even better. Yes, it's toasted to taste better. Cleaner, fresher, smoother. So next time you get cigarettes, get better-tasting Lucky Strike.
For the taste that you like, light up a Lucky Strike.
Right now.
Light up a Lucky. It's light up time.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Lucky Strike program. You know, today our show is in black and white. And the reason I mention that is because 2 weeks ago, as you rich people probably know, my show was in color. And it was very, very exciting because this is the first time since I've been on TV that you could see my eyes in their natural color, you see. Lazy Lagoon blue. Of course, this show was supposed to have been in color too, but after they made the test, they found out that they couldn't do it because my eyes, instead of turning out blue, they came out red. See, this always happens around income tax time. You know, other people get ulcers. I just cry for a few weeks. But I don't want you to think for 1 minute that I resent paying taxes to the government, because I don't. Although I must say that quite a few years ago when I first went into show business, it did bother me because in those days it was taxation without representation. If you think that Secretary Humphreys is tough, you should have dealt with William Pitt. He took me for every guilder I had. But of course, speaking of crying, though, I must admit that I did cry a little bit after the Emmy Television Awards. And I don't want you to think that I'm a sore loser or anything like that, you know. And I certainly don't resent George Gobel winning because I'm a great fan of George Gobel's. Really, I'm crazy about him. But I want to ask you one thing. What is it that George Gobel brought new into television? For years, CBS has had a program called You Are There. He changed it to So There You Are, and everybody's making a big thing. For years, I've said hello again. I never even got an award from the telephone company. Well, anyway, ladies and gentlemen, it just goes to show you that... For heaven's sake, Don, this is one rehearsal that I did not want interrupted. You know, what is it?
I'm very sorry, Jack, but our director says you've rehearsed your monologue long enough. We've got other things to do.
Well, all right, then I'll go over to my dressing room and lie down for a while and relax until showtime.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, I'm expecting a reporter, a young lady from Paris, who is here to interview stars on television. So as soon as she arrives, let me know, will you?
Okay, Jack, but right now it's time for us to run through those songs Bing Crosby's going to do.
Bing Crosby?
Yeah. Here it is Saturday, and our show goes on tomorrow. Where in the world is he?
Well, Don, you see, I haven't been able to finish this deal with Bing Crosby. You see, his asking price... his asking price, you see, was $10,000, you know?
How much did you offer him?
Well, I didn't... You see, I didn't exactly offer him money. You see, Bing is in the orange juice business, you see, and I happen to have an orange tree in my backyard. And I offered him my entire crop for the next 20 years, you see. Which I thought was a fair deal. Well, anyway, look, if you're worried about Crosby, I'm going over to his house, you know, right now.
Oh, what about that reporter?
And the what?
What about that reporter?
Oh, well, you know where Bing lives.
Oh,
if
sure.
If this lady reporter comes, send her over to Bing's house.
Okay, Jack.
Bye.
Fellas, we'll take a 10-minute break now. It's light-up time.
Light up time, light up time, light up time, light up time. Tweedly, tweedly, tweedly dee. We're the men you seldom see.
I'm a TV cameraman, and I yell quiet like nobody can.
Tweedly, tweedly, tweedly dee. Tweedly dee, tweedly dee. Lucky strike, that's the only smoke for me. Tweedly-det, tweedly-det. Luckies are a cleaner, fresher, smoother smoking cigarette.
LSMFT, light a lucky, it's light up time.
Light up time.
So much better tasting, it's sublime.
Taste sublime. Lucky strikes are toasted too, and that's the thing that brings a better flavor through. Let's all light a lucky strike.
Let's all light a lucky
Lucky
strike.
strike, lucky strike.
Lucky has a taste you
You
like.
will like lucky strike. Mercy, mercy, pudding and pie. Here's the best smoke you can buy. LSLSMFT. Tweedledee. Lucky strike's a smoke for me. Light up time, 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 light up time.
Bing. Bing. Oh, Bing. Oh, Gary. Well, Gary, I didn't mean to disturb you or anything. I thought you were your father, you know? You always wear clothes like that?
Oh, just around the house, Mr. Benny.
Huh?
Dad's the only one with guts enough to wear them on the street.
I know. By the way, Gary, I came here to talk business with your dad. Is he around?
Well, he's not right now. He went over to the studio to look over a script for a new picture, but he should be home soon.
Oh, well, good. Gee, this is a beautiful home you have here. Really, how many rooms have you got in this house?
36?
36 rooms.
Yeah, you remember that picture Little Boy Lost?
Yeah.
It was about my brother Lindsay.
Well, that I can understand. Well, it certainly is a lovely home. Gosh, it's beautiful.
That's an Oscar.
I know what it is. Everybody tells me.
Dad won that one in '44 for Going My Way.
I know. And Ronald Coleman won it for Double Life. And Jimmy Stewart won it for The Philadelphia Story. And William Holden won it for Stalag 17. I know all about those guys that won it.
How can you remember all those awards, Mr. Benny?
Because my psychiatrist is doing a lousy job making me forget. This week, we're starting on the Emmys.
Well, I wouldn't worry about it, Mr. Benny. You'll probably win one someday.
Oh, someday.
Excuse me.
An award long time ago. I made some good pictures, too, you know. George Washington slept here. The horn blows at midnight.
Yes, sir. What can I do for you today?
I'm a representative of the Bendix Automatic Washing Machine Company. I just dropped by to see how the new machines were working.
Oh, fine. Dad's very pleased with all four of them.
Thank you very much.
You
Goodbye.
bet. Bye. Now, Mr. Benny, while you're waiting...
Hey, Gary, wait a minute. I want to ask you something. You mean to tell me that your family can afford to live in a mansion like this with 36 rooms, and you don't send your laundry out?
Well, sure we do. Send out all our laundry.
Well, why have you got 4 washing machines?
Oh, that. Well, you know Dad. He likes clean money.
Oh, I see. Well, what were you going to ask me before?
Well, I was just wondering if while you were waiting for Dad, you might like something to eat or drink.
Well, you know what? I had rehearsal and I had nothing to eat and I came right over here. I wouldn't mind a sandwich or something.
Fine, I'll ring for the butler.
Oh, fine. Gosh, what a lovely place. Look at this beautiful golf trophy. Made by the Bing Crosby Enterprises. Even when he loses, he wins. Look at him smiling.
Did you ring, sir?
Yes, Winthrop. Mr. Benny'd like something to eat.
Oh, I'm awfully sorry, sir.
Well, why is that? No food in the house?
I don't know, sir. I can't find the kitchen.
You can't find the kitchen?
He's only been with us 2 months.
Oh.
I didn't know we had this room till I saw it on Person to Person.
No.
That's all right, Winthrop. You may go.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Gosh, Barry, I can't get over. You know, your whole gang. I mean, it's just amazing the way you're all so informal and...
Too handicapped. Say, will you excuse me for a minute, Mr. Bendy? I've got to go check the washing machines.
Okay, sure.
I'll be right back.
Right. There's the door. Gary! See, this is a big house. Yeah?
Pardon, monsieur, but I'm Miss Ormond. And I've been told I would find Monsieur Benny here.
Yeah.
You are Monsieur Benny? Oui?
Wow. I mean, we, yeah. We. I mean, come in.
Merci.
Yes, merci. Are you the lady from France who writes for the fan magazines?
Oui.
Oh, well, I certainly be glad to give you any information that I can. Won't you sit down?
Thank you.
Right over here.
Now, Monsieur Benny, I have many questions to ask you.
Mm-hmm.
But first, who, in your opinion, is the funniest comedian in television?
Who do I think is the funniest comedian on television? Well, really,
You find it hard to say?
No, it's easy to say. Just that it sounds so awful coming from me.
Well, first, I'm sure that my readers in France would like to have a description of you.
Mm-hmm.
How tall are you?
5 foot 10.
Your weight
160 pounds, that's it.
and your eyes.
They're blue.
Blue? They look...
I cried a little. But anyway, if there's anything that you want to do,
Whoops.
I should... I'm terribly sorry. Miss Oman, this is Mr. Crosby.
How are you, monsieur?
And how do you do?
Crosby! I've read so much about you and your 4 boys.
Me? Me and my 4...
Oh, Mr. Crosby, tell her about your 4 boys.
Oh, the 4 boys,
Yeah.
yes. Well, at the moment, the twins are in the Army. Lindsay's still lost. And then there's Gary, a truly fine boy.
Yes.
You know, Monsieur Crosby, to me you're amazing. You've been in show business for so long, and you have 4 boys. Tell me, how do you keep so young?
Well, we drink a lot of orange juice around here.
It's sort of a frozen fountain of youth, you know. Are there any other questions?
Yes, but I think I'd rather see you at the studio.
Oh, well, fine. I'm so glad you came over. And I'll be at the studio at rehearsal, and you can come over
Good.
there.
Au revoir, Monsieur Benny.
Gendarme.
Goodbye to you too. Papa.
Yeah. You think it was all right if we played that little joke on Miss Amand?
Oh, listen, she'll go back to France, and then she'll write how young and handsome your father is.
Oh, well, me and the old gentleman both, thank you.
Well, that's all right. Only I wish that your father would get here, really. I've got to settle this deal. I do my television show tomorrow. He's supposed to sing on
Well,
it.
he should be here any minute, you know, but while you're waiting, Jack, you can do me a big favor.
What's that, Gary?
Well, I've got a song here I'm going to record in a couple of days, and I thought maybe you might give it a listen. See how
Oh,
it sounds.
sure. I'd love to hear it. Go ahead.
I got the world on a string, sitting on a rainbow. Got that string around my finger. Ooh, what a world, what a life. I'm in love. I got a song that I sing. I can make old rain go anytime I move my finger. Yeah, lucky me. Can't you see I'm in love? Now life's a beautiful thing. As long as I hold that string, I'd be a silly so-and-so if I should ever let go. I got the world on a string, sitting on a rainbow. Got the string around my finger. Whoa, what a world, what a life. I'm in love. Now life's a beautiful thing. As long as I hold that string, I'd be a silly so-and-so if I should ever let go. I got the world on a string, sitting on a rainbow. Got the string around my finger. Whoa, what a world, what a life. I'm in love.
Gary, that was just wonderful. And you know, while you were singing, I couldn't help but think how much you sounded like your father, you know?
Well, that's a very big compliment, Mr. Benny, but you know there's a lot of difference between Dad and I.
Really?
Yeah, when he does a television shot, he gets $10,000.
See, well, Gary, when you do a television spot, what do you get?
Me? About 150 bucks.
Gary, you mean your father gets $10,000 for a guest appearance, and yet you sound exactly like him when you sing, and you get $150?
That's right.
Sit down, kid. Now, Gary, this is the easiest 150 bucks you ever made in your life, and you can sing the same song you did just now.
Gee, Mr. Benny, I thought you wanted Dad on your show.
Oh, he won't mind.
Hello.
Look at all the different things he has.
Well, for God's sake, Lagoon Eyes, what are you doing here?
I came over here to talk with Bing. I had some business with Bing, but fortunately, he's not at home, you see.
Oh, well, excuse me, that's old Golden Eagle isn't home?
No, he's not around today, no.
Oh, gee, that's too bad. You know, today's Saturday and all the banks are closed, and, well, gee, I want to get a check cashed. He does have some money in the house, doesn't he?
Well, yeah.
He's got plenty of it in the Bendix.
Oh. I know, but it's not ironed yet.
I'm so glad that you told me, because I would not touch the stuff rough dry.
I don't blame you. But look at Bob. If you want a check cashed, I'll be very, very happy to
Oh,
cash
I'd
it for you.
certainly appreciate that, Jack. Here it is right here.
Sure. $50.
What's the matter?
Have you any identification?
Jack, it's me!
Yeah, all right. All right. Let's see what I've got here. $50. Wait a minute, there's 20.
20.
There's 40.
40.
45.
45.
46, 47, 48, 49. Wait a minute, I believe I have some change right here for that extra. Oh, there you are.
Let me see. Guilders.
Yeah, you see, I haven't had these pants on for a long time.
Pants?
Yeah.
I don't understand.
Well, it's nothing.
Oh.
Anyway, Bob, I'm glad you dropped over.
Well, thanks, Jack.
Yeah, I got
and
some
thank
business
you, Gary.
to talk over here with Bing, so I'll see you just a little
isn't
while.
this a lovely
Nice to come
home?
over. Oh, it's beautiful. Nice. So long.
Bye, Gary.
So long. So long. Now, look, Gary, how about coming on the show? Now, here's an easy chance. There's nothing much to do. All you have to do is sing a song. I'll give you $150.
Well, I don't know, Mr. Benny.
Well, look, I'm sure your dad won't mind. He'll probably be tickled to death if you do
Sure
it.
then, huh?
Oh, of course. And I'll tell you what, we just have time now to go over and rehearse. It'll take no time.
Excuse me just a minute. That's all right, Winthrop. I'll get it. But I want you to wait. I want you to take Mr. Benny and me to the studio.
Oh, very good, sir.
Hello?
When I'm worried and I can't sleep, I just count my blessings instead of sheep.
Oh, it's dear old Dad. Hi, Dad.
Well, Gary, I just called CBS, and they told me that Mr. Benny was at our house.
Yeah, he's right here. You want to talk to him?
Yeah, wheel him over to the phone, right?
Benny, Dad wants to talk to you.
Hi, Bing.
Hi, Jack. Say, Jack, I've been considering that deal about going on your television show, and I think I can make it.
But
Look,
Bing...
Jack, I think you're right about what you said, about... you know what you said when I told you I wanted $10,000?
Well, I didn't say anything.
Well, you did after I threw that water in your face. Well, Jack, I'm perfectly willing to come on your show tomorrow, just as a favor for $7,500.
$7,500? Well, look, Bing, I just heard Gary sing, you see, and he sounds so much like you, and I just made a deal with him for $150.
What? Let me talk to him.
Gary, your daddy wants you.
Hello, Daddy.
Gary, how dare you take a job on Mr. Benny's program when I practically had the deal closed?
Well, gee, Dad, I didn't know anything about
Another thing. How about that? Imagine Jack offering you $150. I think it's ridiculous.
I think it's absurd.
You keep out of this. You can't even find the kitchen.
Well, Dad, I'll do whatever you say.
You bet you will. Now, the deal is off. I'll talk to you about it when I get home. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Well, Mr. Benny, I'm sorry, but Dad says no go.
Gee, I do the show tomorrow, and I need a singer.
I know.
I mean, where can I get a singer for $150?
I got the world on a string.
Wonderful! I'll see you later. Come on. We'll go right
Jack will be back in just a moment. But first,
light up, my lucky.
It's light up time.
Be happy, go lucky.
It's light up time for the taste that you like. Light up a Lucky Strike.
Relax.
It's light up time.
Those men out there have the right idea. Comes the time to take a quick break, comes a great time to light up. And a great cigarette to light up is a Lucky. That's because better taste is what you get every time, any time you smoke a Lucky. Luckies taste better because they're made of fine, light, naturally good-tasting tobacco. The very well-known letters, LS, MFT, tell you Lucky Strike means fine tobacco. But fine tobacco is not all that makes a Lucky taste better. The famous Lucky Strike process, it's toasted, brings that fine tobacco to its peak of flavor. It's toasted to taste better, to taste cleaner, fresher, smoother. So look for the bright red bullseye next time you buy cigarettes. Get a pack of Luckies. You'll find it's the best tasting cigarette you ever smoked.
For the taste that you like, light up a Lucky Strike.
Right now.
Light up a Lucky. It's light up.